I mean, you have like risen to internet fame with doing these celebrity tongue readings on Instagram and TikTok. That's how I found you.
Yeah.
You said everybody has a tongue, so that would be easy to get the message out.
Right.
Yeah. Traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, second generation. Talk about it. You said anger brought you to Chinese medicine.
Yeah. Anger is a great motivator. And I remember when I was an economist, I think it was actually way before COVID, right after I came back from running one of the world's largest think tank on longevity in Singapore. And I saw these ridiculous, whatever products, right? I think it was gua sha or something else. It was just so culturally appropriate. It was not even backed by Chinese medicine people. I don't even know where it came from. And I got so mad. I called my dad. I was like, how dare they, right? Don't people have shame? And then I realized very quickly, I have no place to be mad.
Yeah.
You are not part of it. You are not doing it. Then you can't be the change makers.
Yeah.
So then I decided, you know what? It's enough being an economist. I'm going to train for 4 years and then be the second generation practitioner I'm destined to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you are an economist for 10 years and then you decide to leave that space and then become a doctor.
Right.
You take 4 years of your life to do this. You were good and grown when this happened.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely no spring chicken. I mean, I already had my first kid, and I was in fact pregnant with my second at the time, and it was the early days of COVID. You know, what better things to do than completely taking your life upside down, right? And I think my dad was concerned because I am his only child. So he's always said, if you don't do this, like, who is going to take over the family lineage and wisdom and all these secret formulas? And he never thought I would do it because he thought he waited it for his whole life for me to say, I'm going to do it. And I always did the opposite. So then he's like, you're really going to do it when you're like in your 30s? Yeah. So that's not.
I mean, your father has like the largest traditional Chinese medicine practice in northern China.
Yeah, one of the largest for sure. And I should mention, fun fact, I grew up on the border between North Korea and China, and his clinic is right on the border. So he actually regularly saw a lot of North Koreans as well, like, you know, politicians who crossed the border to came to see him. He's so famous, he had people like queuing up in the snow for like a long time, like 40 people queuing in the snow, drinking hot tea, waiting to be seen. It's ridiculous.
Because he still sees like 40 to 60 patients a day.
Pretty much. I think in the winter, the average number is probably 30 to 40, but that's how they do it in China. It's a much faster consultation process, but yeah.
Okay, so your father sees multiple patients a day, but that is not the practice that you have here in the States because you practice out of Los Angeles and you specialize in virtual consultations.
Right. So I have started slots to see people in person. And it's very incredibly limited. It's a longer process. It's 90 minutes. And it's a more different approach because there is such a great demand of people seeing me in person. So I'm like, I will start opening a little bit. But yeah, the majority of my practice is 100% virtually online.
So y'all, I did the tongue reading. I did the tongue reading, took a picture of my tongue.
Right.
Sent it to you the other day.
Right.
And you read me for filth.
Sorry.
Why she do me like this, y'all? She did me so bad. She just read my whole life looking at my damn tongue. So I wanted to do this because I was like, I really needed to have, and I told you before we started, I've done so many different Eastern medicine practices. Of course, acupuncture, Ayurvedic medicine, the eyes, the pulse. I've done all the things, right? And everything that you told me on my tongue was accurate. Anemia. You said, I'm sure you're anemic. You suffer with digestion issues, which has been a thing for quite some time. And because you said my tongue was puffy. And these are like clear signs that the digestion is not moving at its full capacity.
Right.
You say you probably get tired during the day. Around 3 o'clock, you need to take a nap. And y'all, at 3 o'clock, I told her, I said, I'd be sleepy at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, I'm going down probably till 3:30, 3:45.
Mm-hmm.
Most days. My sister will call me like, are you taking a nap? Yes.
Right.
I need you to talk about this because so many people don't understand of the why things are happening in their body. And you said that Black women and men typically have higher rates of low and slow digestion.
Right. Clinically speaking. So roughly 50% of my patients are Black. And statistically speaking, because I have been in the longevity economic space for so long. If you look at, you can Google this, Black women in particular are at least 3 times more likely to suffer from anemia compared to their white counterparts. There was the no whys. They don't give you the why. They just say, well, that's a fact, right? Mm. In Chinese medicine, this makes perfect sense to me because traditionally speaking, it's the digestion that generates blood. If you think about it, it's almost common sense. You know, where does blood come from? We're not vampires. We're not going out to hunt people to eat them, right? So it has to come from digestion. You eat how well your body digests the food, and then it generates what we call qi, right? Energy and also optimum functionality of your internal organs, and then blood. When you have a weaker digestion, that's often the root cause for why you would have, in Black Americans in particular, iron deficient, right? Iron deficiency anemia. Mm-hmm. And with that, it causes a bunch of symptoms, right? ADHD-like symptoms where you start a project, then you can't finish it, you go to another project. Obviously, blood goes to the brain, right? If this is not sustainable, you don't have that nourishment, you will have brain fog, you will get confused, your brain is more hyperactive than your physical body. You will have constipation because in Chinese medicine, it's the blood that nourishes the skin, it's the blood that nourishes the bowels. So then often you have anemia, you will have constipation. And because there is a shortage of blood supply, and often that also causes what we call blood stasis, right? Poor blood circulation. Black women are also more likely to have fibroids and cysts.
Yes.
And that contributes to a lot of pain. Then that's the reason why you hear a lot of women say, like, during birth, or they go to doctors, they say, I have so much pain. And the doctor's like, you're confused or you're depressed. And the next time you go and check up, you force them, you say, please just run a ultrasound. They find like 20 fibroids or something in your body. Because it is most common to have fibroid in Chinese medicine when you have anemia in combination with poor blood circulation. Think about it. You don't have enough of blood. Obviously, it doesn't flow that well in your body. And then with that, you will have cystic acne. Yeah. Because skin problem in Chinese medicine has everything to do with blood. It's the blood that's that thicker agent that gave you the flow, that gives you the color, that gives you the natural lubricant. You don't have enough of that. What is going to nourish your skin? That's why everyone, a lot of Black women you talk to has, at some point in their life, if not all the time, cystic acne or dry skin.
Yeah. Hey, Vault family, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, make sure to check out our full interview on our channel at Vault Empowers Talks. We don't just scratch the surface. We dive deep into the lives of some of the world's most influential leaders and change makers. Don't forget to like, to comment, and be sure to subscribe for more inspiring conversations. See you next time.